Optimus Prime. He's my favorite Bionicle. What the fuck is that?
So I've been on a hell of a Metroid kick recently, playing through a bunch of the games. I started playing the Prime trilogy and I fucking loved it. I love the music, I love the way it feels to play it, I love the exploration, I love slowly becoming more and more powerful, all that stuff. Then I played Super Metroid and we all know how sexy that game is. And I also played Zero Mission, which is really good. It's like a remake of the first Metroid. It was fucking awesome. So keep in mind that I began playing Metroid for the first time in early December of 2018, so I'm really new to this series. And so far I love the universe. And when I heard that Other M had Samus actually speaking a lot and interacting with people, I was really interested to see where he would go. It even had some good reviews out too.
So let's go.
Thanks to the clowns are there for the footage, because I don't have a way to record this shit myself, so yeah, thanks. So yeah, check out their channel if you want. Anyways, Metroid Other M. This is a game people have super mixed feelings towards, so I was honestly really excited to play it and see what I'd think. I was trying my best to be open-minded when going into this game, just to keep my opinion as honest as possible. This game was developed by Team Ninja, who's known for the 3D Ninja Gaiden games and the Dead or Alive games. You know, the boob fighting games. Odd choice, but okay. The game opens up with a pretty cool cutscene picking up from the end of Super Metroid, which I liked. I mean, I don't know, it looks nice at least. But then you start playing a really boring fucking tutorial sequence. Normally I don't have a problem with this kind of tutorial, it's just whatever, but in Metroid it's different. Metroid games are usually very smart about teaching you how to do stuff without telling you directly, and when it's told directly to you, it's very short and concise and it doesn't slow anything down. Think about how most Metroid games usually start. There's some kind of horrible crisis, or you gotta go to a foreign planet for the first time. It felt really out of place to me. It might sound like I'm nitpicking, but this game plays very differently from other titles in the series, so I was really curious about what it would bring to the table. But instead of naturally letting me explore the gameplay, we have this doofus being like, nice, those are the moves I remember. Besides, what's the point of a heavily guided tutorial when the game gives me text prompts like a few minutes later and I gotta do the same stuff again? I already know this now. Once I got to fight the hologram of a space pirate though, I thought the combat seemed really interesting. I don't like switching to first person though, like at all. But I do like fighting in third person, and I like how if you perfectly dodge an enemy's attack, you get an instantly charged beam and you just shoot the fuck out of them. So I think the gameplay is okay, but the story is what's really important in this game.
So let's talk about that.
You like show don't tell? Well, throw it out the fucking window! Finally, you begin exploring the area, but you can't use bombs or missiles because General Adam of the Galactic Federation has not authorized it. So here's the thing, Samus is a bounty hunter, an outsider as he calls her. She used to be a part of the Federation, but now she works alongside them, not for them. I hate to say it, but I don't like the story in this game. I like that Samus is searching for reasons and to be understood, and I like finally fleshing out a character that hasn't had much in the past at all. We go straight from that to a wacky ass intro of all the military dudes that you're just not gonna care about at all in this game.
Lyle, investigate Sector 1. And show a little restraint with the explosives.
Gotcha.
Maurice, you cover Sector 2. Repair any equipment you come across.
Affirmative.
Anthony, you're Sector 3. I'll leave it to you to decide whether plasma guns are called for.
All right.
James, check out the control bridge. Our communication issues might be the result of electrical interference.
Yes, sir.
And KG, run a complete sweep of the residential quarters and investigate any trace of survivors.
Got it.
And I hate that you're being ordered around constantly in this game. After everything Samus has done at this point in the chronology, taking down Mother Brain, fighting Ridley like 5 times, killing all Metroids supposedly, destroying planets, and she's being treated like a fucking 5-year-old. I like how even Samus questions this, but then she's like,
no objections, of course.
The whole fucking universe owes you their lives. People should be like, Samus, do your own thing, and then you do. None of that, I restrict you from using this and that weapon. I'm Adam, check me out, Samus. Do this, go there, don't use that. What are you doing, Samus? Head to the blah blah, suck my little penis. Then you keep being told what to do by him, and it's fucking dumb. I'm sorry, I don't like this in a Metroid game. It bugged me in Prime 3, but at least it still felt like you were your own entity, working alongside the Federation, trying to help them. Here it's more like you're completely under their control. I mean, Adam straight up says, don't move unless I say so. Fuck you, suck my pee-pee! I gotta admit, I love the third person gameplay, but I hate switching to first person because I keep forgetting to do it. So often I'm stuck not knowing what I have to do before realizing I gotta point the controller towards the screen and hold B to look around. In the Prime games, it would switch from first person to third person whenever you went into the morph ball form. That makes sense, nobody wants to play fucking first person morph ball. But in this game, you gotta go into first person from third person whenever you want to shoot missiles or inspect things, and it slows everything down because you gotta go from holding the controller sideways like when you play Mario to pointing it towards the screen to switch modes, and it's weird. I don't like it. Also, a big appeal with the Metroid games is having those moments of, oh, I get it. Let me explain. You go to an area, you see something you can get to, you try to get there, fail, then eventually you find something that makes it possible to get that thing you wanted to get earlier, and you have that moment of, oh, I get it, and then you go back there, you get that thing, and you feel like you did that. You thought that out. Your brain had a moment of being a brain, and you fucking did that shit, dude. And I just never got that feeling in this game because everything is so streamlined and the game always tells you what you need to do directly. While in the other games, it's more vague. When you figure it out, it feels like you did it. But in Other M, it's more like, oh, I can do this now. Okay. At this point in the game, I was like an hour into it, and it's still telling me how to do shit I already did in the tutorial. I like that the game focuses on smaller cutscenes and set pieces, but don't fucking tutorial me after the damn tutorial. So let's talk about the upgrades. Instead of exploring the world and finding items to get power-ups, you have all of them from the beginning. You're just not allowed to use them until Adam says so. I mean, there are like 2 or 3 upgrades that you have to find in the world, but like that's it. All the other stuff you already have. That's excluding health and missile upgrades, of course. I just mean in terms of beams and suit powers and stuff. Which, yeah, okay, I guess I understand that they don't want to make you get the same collectibles every time, but geez, it's so lame to be Samus and to be told that you can't use your damn weapons. When I got to the lava area, I noticed my health was ticking down, and I thought, doesn't her suit usually make that not happen? But nope, you just gotta wait until Adam tells you to turn on the fucking heat resistance. Why wouldn't she just have that on all the damn time? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, Morty. It doesn't make any sense. Admiral Dane in Prime 3 just told Samus to do her own thing. And Admiral is the same rank as General-ish, at least, I think. So why is a General allowed to directly tell Samus what kind of suit powers she can have on or off? That means that Samus is actively hurting herself just because Adam has not told her to turn on the fucking heat resistance. That doesn't make any sense. That's fucking lazy writing. And there's this one soldier that keeps referring to Samus as Princess, which is just really fucking awkward to me. You have this character that's super cool and strong, and in the Prime games, you'd read logs from dead soldiers talking about how much they look up to her and how some don't even believe she exists. And then we got this one dude going, hey princess, sup princess? Just like, why? Why call the best bounty hunter in the universe a princess? It's so dumb. This game really holds your hand too with all these markers, and even some rooms force you to save before continuing. And you might think, why are you upset about being forced to save? I mean, saving your game is a good thing to do to not lose progress. Sure, but here's the thing. The game checkpoints everywhere. If you die, you lose like 1 minute of playtime at most. Also, this
recovers some of the data.
I don't know why, I just thought that was really funny. The camera's just going nuts. Interestingly enough, this game doesn't have a normal health system like in the other Metroid games, where you kill enemies, pick up health, and then bam boom boom bam, you're good to go. Nope, in this game you just run into a corner and hold A and heal. And that's fucking OP as shit when you're fighting bosses, because as soon as you see that you have a little bit of room to breathe, bam, there's a health bar back. And when you get an upgrade to it, bam, there's 2 health bars back. Easy mode. Anyways, back to the story. So at this point in the game, we just found out that some woman was responsible for the shit show going down, and Samus goes,
I knew I had to talk to the person in charge. Madeline Bergman. Of course, she would have to be alive in order for me to do that.
like, no shit, stop! That was not needed! This monologuing is so fucking redundant like 50% of the time. And the other half of the time, it's just not interesting.
But there was some pervasive danger throughout the facility. The creature's corpse showed signs of what looked like Metroid predation.
Looked like
making
something
my mind
happened
race. I did
in
know that cooperation was
And in one
exerted
corner was the
if we were to
miserable
restore
form of
safety.
the researcher. No matter what form it takes as it's born into the
Metroid
hadn't
can
sustained the
sustain
same
the
injuries.
Madeline I just couldn't survive in a
There's also a subplot about a guy in the Federation who's like a traitor that kills people, and Samus nicknames him the Deleter. But they never really resolve it. It's just kind of forgotten, like, okay, cool, whatever. Another thing is you often have to scan stuff after a short cutscene or a set piece, but I just end up looking all over. It's so weird and awkward. Like this one time you're supposed to look at this bug to start a cutscene. Like what? Why? Just why? I hate these parts because I'm often looking where I'm supposed to look, but it just doesn't register it, and I get confused thinking I'm looking for something else and I'm not, and I just... At least the Ridley boss fight was really cool, even if Ridley looks kind of ugly in this game, to be honest. Well, except for when Samus has this PTSD moment where she becomes terrified of him and just freezes up. I really like the idea of it, but here's the problem: this is not Metroid 1. This is the second to last game in the chronology. She's already fought Ridley like 5 times. Why is she so shocked to see him that she freezes up? It makes no sense to me. As you get closer to the end of the game, a lot of the soldiers die, and it feels more like a Metroid game until, spoilers, Adam shoots Samus in the back so we won't follow him. Samus staggers and breathes super heavily for like 5 minutes. Then he kills himself to take care of the Metroids. Whoop-de-fucking-do. And Samus is super upset, and I'm supposed to give a shit, but I just don't. I'm really sorry, but she just keeps going on and on about how it was a father figure to her and how he really understood her, but we never see that bond. We never experience it. She just tells us how she feels. She rarely ever shows it. It's hard to care when you're just told what to feel instead of being shown. And here's another thing I don't like. You don't get to be the one to kill Ridley. The Metroid Queen kills him off screen. Like, fuck you. Ridley killed Samus's parents. He's the main enemy of Samus. He's in most of the Metroid games, and you don't get to deliver the final blow. Anyway, so you get to the queen and you fight it, and then you get a cutscene. Shoot its belly, grapple inside of it, and wait, what do I do now? Seriously, what the fuck do I do now? Nice. I died. Okay, so you're now allowed to use the power bomb, which it didn't let me know, but okay, so I try again. I hold the bomb button down as I enter its mouth. Nope, still died. Okay. You have to begin holding the button exactly when the UI reappears on screen. Nice. Then you get a cutscene explaining some decent twists and turns in the story. Basically, it turns out that the blonde woman we were following throughout the game is actually a recreated consciousness of Mother Brain. I think it's a decent twist, but it's delivered in such a long and drawn out cutscene. I don't know. I'm really torn on this. And your final boss is shooting some bug dudes. Okay. Oh wait, I failed? Oh, okay, of course. Turns out I just have to shoot the small blonde woman in the distance. Okay, nice, not confusing at all. Then we rescue some people and we get some pretty images, and then we get the ending. Nice. That was a hell of an experience. Well, there's a bit of post-game content. You go back to get Adam's helmet. This is your last chance to get the remaining collectibles, but I did not even bother doing that. I just went straight for the true final boss, who is the Phantoon from Super Metroid, if you remember that guy. I'm not really sure why, it doesn't really explain it, but okay. So you might be wondering, since there's a lot of collectibles in this game, how hard is the final boss fight? Do you need to get any of them? Not really, no. Look, all you need to do is just tap the shit out of the shoot button, and then mash the D-pad. Doesn't matter what direction, just mash the D-pad, mash the shoot button. Just use both thumbs, just mash those two things. You can do it one-handed. You want to be a little trickster, you want to do it that way, just look, I'm doing it right now. It's so fucking easy, it's ridiculous. I didn't even have to try. Just mash the D-pad, mash the shoot button. That sure is some tapping going on. You sure are pressing buttons. Just jump to the left and jump to the right. And jump to the left and jump to the right. Oh wow, I beat him. Wow, I'm so surprised that I was able to do that. Wow, that was so challenging and difficult. I totally didn't just tap to the right and tap to the left sometimes. Wow, that was so... Oh boy. Wow. 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 Then you get Adam's helmet, warn him for a few seconds, and then this happens.
Self-destruction.
The comedic timing on that is fucking... It actually made me chuckle. Anyway, so then Samus for some reason doesn't go back to her Varia suit, so you gotta escape in the Zero suit, which is kinda cool, and then that's it, the end. I know I'm being super negative in this, but it's only because I really love the games I played before it. Other M is not a bad game, it's okay. A few things about the gameplay bugged me, but I have an okay time playing it. It's just that as a Metroid game, it sucks, especially because of how it handles the story, which had some neat ideas, but they're just not handled well. Samus just tells us everything. I would have liked this game much more if she didn't monologue all the damn time and instead just talk to the other characters around her, and that's it. Show me what she's going through. Make me ponder on what she's thinking or feeling. Flesh out the character by actually making her interesting instead of literally telling me why I'm supposed to care about shit. I think giving Samus more of a personality is a great idea, but I disagree with this weak and boring excuse of a character that we got here. She needs to be stronger, she needs to be more interesting. This does not feel like the same Samus we saw in the other games, at all. If this game had been rewritten slightly, and the gameplay tweaked and removed the annoying aspects of it, this would have been a really good and different Metroid experience, but as it stands, I think it's mediocre at best, with a really bad story filled with some really bland characters. I wanted to like this game so bad. I wanted to be part of that minority that really enjoys it, so I could scream to the fucking skies, play this game, but I don't. I do not think it's good. If you like this game, that's awesome. Good on you. But you cannot fucking tell me this game is subjectively well written. It is not!
Son?
What is it, Dad? I'm doing a review for YouTube.
Son, you gotta stop screaming. At 3 a.m., your old man's trying to get it on in the bedroom.
Oh, Dad, stop it. Mom left you. Don't even pretend you got someone in that bedroom.
I don't. I was looking through your browser history, and I found this, hentai thing.
Dad, stop. Are you serious?
It does wonders for my penis. Man, who knew underage girls were so hot?
Dad, please. What the fuck, dude? I don't want us jacking off to the same stuff, man. That's weird.
Well, you know what they say. Like father, like son.
Dude, that's so weird, Dad. Please just stop.
Oh, okay, son. I'm just gonna borrow this little, teenage girl right here.
Why, Dad? Please don't say you're gonna...
I'm gonna splooge on your hentai girl.
Dad, it's not a hentai girl. It's from Steins Gate. It's a good show.
I don't care, son. Just looking at this girl makes me... I'm gonna pre, dude. Dude, I'm gonna fucking pre, dude. Are you... Oh my god, dude.
Dad, stop!